Hey everybody, back for another quick video. This one is very interesting. Actually, I will be doing two articles that coincide with each other. There's no doubt about it. And this is leading up to something very big. And the fact that they don't report on this stuff much is, it's definitely a problem, I think, because we have been inundated with the same news over and over again, and there's a lot more bigger news out there. So I'm going to show you two articles that are pretty interesting. Okay, let's start it off. Mysterious pattern of cosmic radio bursts from a distant galaxy repeats every 157 days, says scientists. Now, if you believe in flat Earth or globe Earth, this article actually is interesting in some ways. I can't get really into that right now, but I will in another video. Anyways, here's an artist impression of orbital modulation model where the FRB progenitor is in orbit. Okay, and this is what picks up the signal, I guess. One of the great mysteries of modern astronomy has been revealed after a 5-year-long observation found a repeating pattern in the radio signal coming from a small dwarf galaxy about 3 billion light years from Earth. Alright people, here's the next article. So, like I said, this is all going to tie in at the end. I'm going to show you a couple of things that I think kind of prove my hypothesis. I'm sorry. I think I have trouble saying S words. Okay. Mirror image of Sun and Earth reportedly found in deep depths of space. Okay. So, this is another Earth-like planet they're saying that's out there. And I truly think that this is not what they're saying it is. It's something different. I think there is another Earth-like planet out there, but it's in a different way. And I'll show you the science to prove what my theory. Okay, so the scientists warned that they still require more data to confirm that their discovery is indeed a planet and not some statistical fluke or a systematic measurement error. Which is total BS, because they have been saying this for literally, I want to say 10 years now, off and on, that there is another Earth-like planet out there, and also the radio burst, which actually, if I remember correctly now, started in the 70s. They got a weird radio burst. And like I said, this is all going to tie in my theory at the end of this. I'm going to try to squeeze it in because I can only do 15-minute videos, so sorry if I'm going quick. I'm going to do a part 2 of this. I'm going to have to. So they also point out that the planet's host star Kepler 160 actually emits visible light, thus standing out among the central stars of almost all other exoplanets, which emit infrared radiation, are smaller and fainter than the Sun, and therefore become the class of red dwarf stars. Alright, so let's get into my theory. Okay, hang on a sec here. Okay. Alright, here's Wikipedia on many worlds interpretation, right? So, my theory is that it's all tied into this, we call it many, multiple universes. There is a actual technical term for this, and we're going to go into it. So here is the, sorry, the Wikipedia on many worlds interpretation. We're going to look up a couple of these things. So here we go. The many worlds interpretation is an interpretation of quantum mechanics that assert that the universal wave function is objectively real and there is no wave function collapse. Okay, now I'm going to take you down to something I noticed that was interesting. Right? Sorry, trying to get my cursor here. Alright, there we go. Right here was interesting, I thought. And let's see, okay, right here. MWI views time as a many branch tree, wherein every possible quantum outcome is realized. This is intended to resolve some paradox of quantum theory, such as EPR paradox and Schrödinger cat, since every possible outcome of a quantum event exists in its own universe. Alright, so this actually is going to be what I'm going to go into on part 2 a little more in depth, because that ties into my theory of how I think that this is actually multiple verses that is basically the reason they're having these bursts. They're coming not from somewhere out in the galaxy. They're coming from another dimension or another different universe, you know? That's my theory. And here is what I thought was interesting because of the branch theory. So what did they have in the Garden of Eden, right? The tree of knowledge and good and evil, and the tree of life, right? So this literally is a tree, they said, or branches. Goes up, down, see? And here's a little more on that. So real quick, while I have time here, we're going to look up a couple of things that I noticed with some of these interpretations here. Okay, I wanted to look up the here, paradox and quantum theory was one I was going to look up. Probably it's going to have to be in the second one, I'm sorry. Let's see what we can do one real quick right now. And keep going with this, you know, it's interesting. I find it interesting, at least. Okay, wave function collapse. Now that's pretty much tied into what we have been talking about with the radio burst. Wave function collapse occurs when a wave function initially is a superposition of a several I can't pronounce the word, I'm sorry. United States reduce a single due to interaction with the external world. This interaction is called an observation, and it is the essence of a measurement in quantum mechanics. Okay, so this is basically what holds the reality together with the system, this wave. I think this is where this is getting at. If someone thinks something different, let me know. So here we go with the mathematical background on it. Okay. Now I'm trying to find what I found really interesting on this, and hopefully I have enough time to do it real quick, so I'm sorry. I don't know why they don't give me a lot more time. Let's do this multiverse thing right here real quick. Yeah, there you go. 4 religious ideas of multiverse. See, multiverse, religion. Let's check that out. Okay, the concept of multiverse is explored in various religious cosmologies that propose that the total totality of existence comprise multiple or infinite many universes, including our own. Usually, um, usually such beliefs include a creation myth, a history of worldwide worldview, and a prediction of eventuality fate of the destiny of the world. The worldview discusses the current organization. Okay, so here's the rest of the. See, look here. Look at this picture. Where have we seen that before, right? Looking through the veil, right? It's all right in your face, man. Ancient Egypt. They all knew this back then. I mean, they were so much smarter than we are now. So, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to do another video for this. This is some crazy stuff that I'm unlocking here. I know some people have gone into this, but I think we're really going down the rabbit hole here, and we're going to keep going. So here's a little preview of what I'm going to be doing next. Spiritual research. We're going to start off with this. Let's see what we can connect some more dots. Because like I said, I think that's what these radio bursts are. I had a weird experience of my own. In fact, I have made a video out about it, and I talk about it a million times, but I'm going to say it one more time. My channel went to CERN. I typed in my channel name, and it went right to CERN. And ever since then, weird things have been happening to me. I don't know, call it Mandela effect, whatever, but I'm telling you right now, I know that my original position, or part of the Milky Way galaxy I'm from is Sagittarius, and we are not in Sagittarius anymore. We are in the Orion arm, I believe that it is. Actually, I'm going to be getting into that in my next video as well. How it changes. I'm going to show you proof-wise that it literally changes from time to time. When you look up where is the Earth in the Milky Way galaxy, and a lot of crazy things happen actually when that does happen to me. I don't know if it's true or not. I've been praying on it a lot though. I can tell you that much. I prayed a lot about it, and I asked the Father to please give me guidance and let me know if this is true or not. If it's not, then it's not. If it is, then let's move on and figure it out. I think when I have ideas for videos, sometimes that it is the Father talking to me, and we're going down a rabbit hole together and figuring out what this is. So, yeah, there's a lot involved with it, and I think when they put these articles out for, stuff like that, where, they repeatedly tell us this, too. I mean, the radio burst, like I said, has been talked about since the 70s, and we just recently, within the last 20 years, I want to say, have found supposed other Earths. And this is what I'm getting into with the theory. I think that it is, in actuality, we are somehow entangled with the tree of life, I guess you would say. And that's what I think when it says branches, and that in actuality it is other realities that are happening. And as you can see, it even says multiverse religion and religion. So we're gonna get into that too. Guarantee that there's a lot of Bible verses that will coincide with this. I mean, think about it. In one passage, Jesus talks about how we're going to be able to move mountains. I personally think that these so-called elites have figured this stuff out, and to change reality. I think it's all based on witchcraft. A lot of witchcraft and a lot of science. Science is pretty much another form of witchcraft. I don't care what anybody tells me. So they're mixing that with a lot of science, witchcraft, and they know their Bible, and they use that to help them change the reality of this world and other ones. I don't know how they're doing it, but guess what? We're figuring it out day by day, and we're gonna keep digging. So, all right, I'm gonna stop right here, and I will see you all for another video. Okay, God bless.